Hello again, and welcome to another Thursday. That means another Warriors Den recap. So I feel like I'm repeating myself because I just published the dedicated servers video, but dedicated servers are live on all platforms for free. If you own the game, don't own the game, it's live on your platform. Just go play it. It is an older patch, but it's good enough to get feedback for servers. The balance is not so good because it's got the overpowered Shaman. That also means those of you without the season pass or who haven't purchased her yet, she's only one steal on the public server, so go ahead and try her. Enjoy the overpowered Shaman. Or don't, I don't really care. Then daily orders are a little bit different in the test. It's either 5 matches or 15 matches a day, and there's some other types of match-related daily orders, so it won't be like go get 2 kills. The more orders you do during the test period, the better your rewards at the end of the test period are, and there's a real-world raffle for some neat stuff. And there is no season pass on the PTS. Everyone gets all of the DLC characters. And there's currently a bug with matchmaking. If you lose your opponent, just leave the lobby and enter matchmaking again. There's end flow bugs. Those aren't going to be fixed for the public test. So they're aware of those, but that's not an issue right now. So they're not going to be fixing them in the 4 days that we have. Next week, 1.17 drops. It's the first title update of Season 4. It's mostly bug fixes, and it includes the Shaman tracking fixes. Timesnap has been worked on, and they're not currently testing the new lag compensation system on dedicated servers. They want us to see how dedicated servers feel, and they put emphasis on feel. They want our perceived latency, not numerical digital numbers. We will be getting matchmaking changes next week Monday, maybe not. It's up in the air, might not quite make it. Then we got the top shit producer live on stream, and he says, it's like changing the engine of your car while it's driving down the highway. And as far as we know, we're the first game in the industry to do a complete overhaul like this. And I'm actually inclined to believe them. I can't remember a single game that has done an entire network overhaul before taking the game down and putting it back up. And then, of course, none of this matters if it doesn't perform well, so please go test it. If you experience any impact, go complain. They really, really want feedback. You can give your feedback on the Ubisoft forums or on reddit.com/r/forhonorpts. They're reading both of those places. And they wanted to emphasize that they are not taking the money and running. They keep seeing people talk about that, and it's just not happening. They've been working so damn hard on this. We're 10 months in, and we're getting a massive overhaul right now. We've still got reworks coming. We're going to get a year too. They're not just going to ditch us and take our pre-order money. The game's not dead. They just really were emphasizing that this isn't happening. Too many people keep saying that Ubisoft has our money, so they're not going to fix anything, but that's obviously not the case. Then we had some more discussion on how difficult this actually is. They're keeping the live servers stable, but they also need to make the entirely new system, and players don't want something good enough. They want something better than what we currently have, and they believe they're delivering that. But that also involves getting feedback from people to see where it's falling short. It's PvP only in testing with Dominion, Tribute, and Duels. Tribute is close enough to Skirmish and Elimination for testing purposes, so it covers both of those bases as well. Dominion is super data heavy, so for the server test, that's different from every other game mode, and it's super important for them to nail down Dominion. They're also testing dedicated servers and Duels because it's super consistent 1v1, so they want us to give feedback that's super important, specifically in Duels, because they want to know if they should push dedicated servers to Duels or keep Duels peer-to-peer. So for those of you who are into Duels, please give your feedback on that. And then currently there's no custom matches on the test server. They're aware that this annoys some people, and they will be getting dedicated servers after the patch goes live on the full client, but we will not be getting them for the testing. And then they wanted to emphasize that the purpose behind this testing is that we get a lot of games played. The more games you play, the better it is. They need to stress test the servers, try different locations. We need data from all over the world, different times of day, and they need testing based on fluctuations. Neighborhoods can cause fluctuations, data centers can cause fluctuations, your ISP, everything in between you and the server, everybody around you, everyone you're playing with. There can be fluctuations all the time, and they need to nail down all of those variables. So the more games you play, the more you complain, more feedback you give, the better this is going to be for everybody. And they want both sides of the quality as well. If it's improved, they want to hear that it's improved. If there's faults, they want to hear that there's faults. They need your opinion on what's happening on your screen. They're going to be collecting data as well, but data only gets you so far, especially when people don't feel the same way as your data shows. And moving on from dedicated servers, we have patch notes. Shaman is being adjusted with tons of changes. Her tracking's nerfed in this patch finally, so we get that on Monday. She's getting stamina costs increased, and she's getting nerfed for her fainting so that it'll be earlier in the animations. This should make feints easier to deal with. Aramusha is getting his animations fixed. He had a ton of missing or broken animations, but I'm not familiar enough with the character to know which they are. There's general ledging fixes for Lawbringer, Raider, Warlord, Shinobi, Highlander, and I might have missed another hero. They currently have issues where if you toss somebody off the ledge, they can knock you back as well, and that is being fixed. Crashing charge for Warlord is being fixed in the campaign, and it got some tuning in PvP. Collision detection has changed, its stamina cost is being increased for a miss, and tracking should be a lot better. All of the stun grenade type feats are being fixed so that they no longer prevent dodging. This also fixes it, confirming things like Long Arm of the Law and Catapult. Centurion is getting a couple bug fixes, as well as a new bug that will be fixed at a later date. That's with regards to minions. There are tribute fixes coming for reviving allies if there's an offering next to them. It's now going to select which one you want based on where you're looking. It'll prioritize your camera placement. Friendly fire is not being fixed this patch, but it will be getting fixed later. It should be in the next patch that we get. Your match dropping you in the middle of the match and putting you into an empty lobby with only AI is also fixed. And they have fixed a bug that prevented matchmaking from working if the group leader backs out and then leaves the group. And they added a third paint pattern to Raider. I don't know what that means, but they seemed excited. And then, much to everybody's displeasure, the parry changes were postponed from Season 4. They are now coming with Season 5 instead. So I guess that means we won't be seeing them until the end of January. And then the final bit of Warriors Den news is that Vikings have won round 2. Vikings are deploying more assets manually, and that's why we win. It's also because we're better than the smelly knights and weak weebs. And that should wrap up everything that was mentioned on the Warriors Den stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. As always, thank you, and I will see you on the battlefield.